like, we just really want you to collab with Kati Morton. And we did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The reason that we're really excited about this is because Danielle and I don't often address mental health issues because we don't know a ton about mental health. And so many of you have asked us so many questions, and now we have Kati.
Who's going to answer all of them.
All of them right now.
We got a specific question from a person who wants to come out, but because they battle depression, they're afraid it'll make it worse. And we were like, Kati, help.
Well, first of all, I always say to people, before you make big life choices, coming out is a big choice. That is your choice. Whenever you want to, whenever you feel ready, with whomever, whenever, whatever. But it's important to get self-care on board first. One of my favorites in my view is going to be like, is journal.
Yeah. We
do that all the time too. We do that all the time. And we do it.
And I do it, yeah. And it's so helpful, especially sometimes if you're feeling really overwhelmed. Like, I just scribble, like, and I almost can't even read it, but it's not about me reading it later. It's like, all that is out. Blah.
Yeah.
I like to color too, because it like takes all the focus away from anything else. Because I'm like, oh, I've got to shade this just right. Like,
wait, so are you saying that we can color after we're done with this video?
Yeah, we totally can.
But don't force yourself to color inside the line.
Yeah,
go crazy.
Good one, Danielle.
It's really important to be truthful, to find a therapist. I know a lot of people, especially in the UK and other parts of the world, it can be difficult. But there are groups available, there are online chats and support, any kind of support that you can find. We have such better resources than when I was younger even. The more you talk about it, the better. So I would get support on board first.
Also, coming out to your therapist is a great, I don't know if you want to call it practice, but it's a great first step. It's somewhere that you know you're in a safe space. You are legally bound to being safe in a therapist's office.
Which is nice, and I think that that's the thing that makes therapy so powerful, because it's a very unique relationship. It's something you cannot create no matter how many friends, family, groups, anything. It's like, it's its own nurturing, safe, reflective environment where you get to like try out things and feel comfortable.
And I would imagine that like finding human beings who are going through similar experiences or have gone through similar experiences could be super helpful. I know that I've never battled depression, but I've battled with anxiety disorder, and at that point in my life, having humans who knew what I meant when I said I'm having a panic attack was really critical for me. Whether or not it overlapped with sexuality, it was just like feeling understood was key. And I think that if you're about to come out to family members and you need to say like, these are the feelings I'm having others who know what you mean is important.
Totally. We've talked before in the video on my channel about being willing to give people time to process and respond to you coming out and their feelings about it or whatever. And we want to make sure that we're able to emotionally sustain during that time, because it may take longer than you feel it should, or any number of things, and that could make the depression worse.
And another thing too is that I feel like things like depression and anxiety especially are so common, and there's still so much shame placed on it that we're afraid to talk about it. And now, like, I have this community of friends, and I also deal with anxiety, and I have Kristen and I have a couple of other friends that it's just a part of the things that we talk about when we're like going through the lists of like, oh, how was this job interview? How is the new medication doing? How is the, you know, and it's
part of your life.
It's a part of your life. It's a part of who you are, the same way that like being gay is a part of who I am. And it becomes a thing that you're no longer ashamed to talk about when you can find those people who are close to you and who support you and who are dealing with the same things.
I would just encourage all of you to reach out if you're struggling with depression, if you worry. I mean, coming out is a big deal, and it's really stressful for a lot of people in general, and we worry about what people may think or react or do or whatever, and so we need to make sure that we're really taking care of ourselves. And so reach out, talk to people. There are suicide hotlines. If you're feeling really hopeless and at the end of your rope, they're available worldwide. On my website, I even have a whole page of just all of the hotlines.
Yeah, right, and we'll link to that in below the video description so that you have that.
Just know you're not alone. Coming out won't make your depression worse if you're prepared for it. If you've like given yourself a supportive, nurturing like foundation, so then you can, you know, do what you want to do.
I feel like I say this very often, that the hardest part of coming out is right before you do it. With coming out in general, there are so many things that you need to take into consideration. You know, we don't know what it's like with your family. We don't know if you'll have a place to live afterward. We can't say that everything is going to be perfect, but we can say that if you're struggling inside with it, and if you feel like the thing that will make you feel better is coming out, then that's something that should be examined.
And examined and prepared for, right? If you think you might not have a place to live, that's a critical thing to prepare for. Do you have a friend you can stay with? Is there a shelter or a place in your area or a city nearby that will help you with housing? You know, think about all of those things before coming out, because then you have a plan.
Yeah, safety comes first, you know?
Absolutely.
I just basically said what you said 14 different ways.
Yeah.
So I would appear
So
smart.
good job, Kristen.
No,
Thank
I
you.
liked it all.
We think that
all
self-care is important.
Also, this is really exciting. We have done another video with Katie that is going to be on her channel. So you can link to it here, down here. And you can click and see the video that we did with Katie. We've had such an awesome time with you.
Yeah,
It's such a
me
good
too.
time.
Thanks so
you
much.
For being
Yeah,
here.
of course.
We're at her house. Thank you for being here at your own house where we've come over to.
Thank you all for watching and for suggesting Katie, because she was awesome.
Yeah.
So, good
Yes.
job.
Thank you for
did
that.
not let us down.
Yeah. And as always, subscribe if you want to keep seeing our videos.
Yes, and give it
Yeah.
a like.
Oh yeah, do that.
Aw, thanks.
Thumbs up.
Yeah. If you have any questions, you can call us or leave it in the comments, and we'll put info to some resources and to Katie in the description.
Yeah.
So check out everything. You're going to be busy.
Yeah, you're busy. You've got a lot to
You
do.
got a lot
today.
to do.
There's a lot to read.
Bye. How's my hair look? Your hair looks good. How does my hair look?
Really good. Your waves are
Really.
doing really well.
Yeah.
As you can tell, we're going to be really tackling important issues.